Well, strong words there from the champion. So we already know it's going to be Scott E. Stevens going one-on-one with Labyrs one more time, and an official offer extended to Naja and the Aristocratic Canid. He says they have until the end of the night to make a decision. We'll have to see what that's all about. And also a #1 contendership, our main event. An open invitation to the multiverse. Who wants a piece of the champ? We're going to find out next. And yes, as Nero announced, Apex will be a part of the Tag Team Showcase tonight. 2 8-man showcases. 1 member of every team that is involved will be in one showcase and the other. The winning teams will face each other next week for the #1 contendership. And if somehow one team can win both showcase matches, they will pick the stipulation against the Bone Warriors for the tag team titles and skip the qualifying match. And one of those showcase matches is going to kick us off. We are also expecting to hear from the OmniGeek, speaking of Nero Napier, about the attack. He has an update, and it is grim news. That's all that we know. And folks, as we get ready for this 8-man showcase match, I'm telling you, this is 8 of some of the best tag team competitors, but how will they fare in singles competition? There's only one way to find out, and that's with this showcase match. So, to clear up any confusion, there are going to be 16 members of 8 different teams. 8 in this match and 8 later on tonight. And these teams are looking to win both matches to skip the qualifying match and to pick a stipulation against the Bone Warriors, or if 2 different teams win these showcase matches, they will fight next week for the #1 contendership to fight the Bone Warriors. And the Bone Warriors have been on a tear. They have not lost since Multivania. And since debuting on Flashbang, they have 1 loss to their record. And it was by dubious methods. It was the Empire of Terror. And they have since rectified that. Let's see which of these teams is going to qualify first. Showcase action is next. The following contest is an 8-man showcase match. Introducing first. And the Bone Warriors have handpicked these 8 teams. They say 8 teams that have not had an opportunity yet. And look who's kicking it off. Making their way to the ring, representing Electro Reality, weighing in at 254 pounds. Electroman! So one half of Electro Reality to kick it off here. So we now know Electro Reality will be in this 8-man showcase. There's not going to be a lot of mystery later on tonight. We're going to know the 8 teams by the time this match is concluded. And again, handpicked by the Bone Warriors. They say they want to give opportunities to teams that have never had a shot at the tag titles, or at least since they've held them. And introducing second, representing Spectre Sonata, weighing in at 237 pounds, the Bad CG Ghost! Well, it looks like CG put the Christmas outfit back on. Back in cheer mode. It's the ghost of tag teams past, apparently. But CG Ghost, who had an unexpected breakdown 5. It was Spectre Sonata and Brandon Boss who unexpectedly challenged for the Trios titles after Meme decided to get Meme 3K on us. I have since gone back and watched that video. Was not happy that I was talked over for the latter half of that match. We are also expected to hear from Mad Jack later on in the evening regarding the whole situation with APS. But first, we got a lot of stuff to get through. In our main event, we will figure out who will be the #1 contender to Nero Napier's title And they won't have to wait long for that title opportunity.
And introducing third, representing Hell's Kitchen, weighing in at 243 pounds, he is the homicidal, suicidal Gemini.
So here comes one half of Hell's Kitchen, who has never had a tag team title opportunity. This would be huge for Hell's Kitchen. Will the multiverse fall into despair?
And introducing fourth, representing the Empire of Terror, weighing in at 422 pounds, the Cleaver.
So the Abyssal Void is going to be in this tag team showcase. Well, thanks for playing the man who went one-on-one with Artemis and came up a little bit short. Artemis getting retribution for being banished to who knows where. And remember, the Abyssal Void has never gotten a tag team title opportunity either. The team of the Cleaver and Lord V. A tremendous opportunity for the Cleaver, which means Lord V will be in that second showcase match. This is going to be a very, very hard team to beat. They have been successful both as singles wrestlers and as a tag team. So already the Abyssal Void a heavy favorite in this style of matchup. And an innovative way to decide some tag team, I guess this is a tag team title contenders through singles matches. But again, if two different teams win these showcase matches, there will be a tag team match next week to determine the number one contender. That would be the advantage of winning both matches. You skip that qualifier. Also, the opportunity to pick a stipulation against the Bone Warriors would be huge. And again, folks, as we mentioned earlier tonight, the Omni Geek with an update on the attack on Nero Napier, bringing grim news to the multiverse. We have no idea what that is, but we look forward to hearing from them. We also expect to hear from potentially Naja and the Aristocratic Canid, an offer thrown out by Nero on behalf of Apex, saying you're either Apex or against us. Make up your mind by the end of the night. We also know that Scott E. Stevens will get an opportunity against Labyrs, one of the few Apex members that has been able to defeat the Gentleman of MNW. Last time they faced off, he choked out the Gentleman, Ken Scott. Even the score. We're going to find out later tonight after his big submission victory over Zephyr Tale, though he did not make the Sunken Sea Captain tap out.
And introducing next, representing AAA, weighing in at 325 pounds, from Brazil, the Brazilian Bull, O Tauro Azul.
The Brazilian Bull, O Tauro Azul. So AAA will be involved in this tag team showcase. So AAA, after Nero declared that Apex would take the tag titles from the Bone Warriors, It doesn't surprise me at all. AAA involved in this tag team turmoil. Here comes Tauro Azul. This is a great guy to start it off with, and somebody who has a lot of experience in these showcase matches. We still have a couple more entrants in this showcase opportunity for the tag team titles. Well, for the #1 contendership at least. And you got to imagine the Bone Warriors have eyes on these matches. Very curious as to who is going to prevail. Again, all handpicked by the Bone Warriors. And a lot of commentators and observers have been wondering why Apex hasn't gone for the tag titles. Oh, well, this just became an X Factor.
And introducing next, representing Dungeons and Destiny, weighing in at 429 pounds, Druthulu.
The former tag team champion Druthulu. And the Changeling is here. So Dungeons and Destiny with a huge opportunity. The Bone Warriors have never faced Dungeons and Destiny one-on-one for the tag titles. They did face D&D and the Empire of Terror in a triple threat Iron Man match, but never 2-on-2. And thus D&D is part of the field. The team that the Empire of Terror beat the inaugural tag team champions on Flashbang. And that means Lord Bareback will be in the second 8-man showcase match later tonight.
And introducing 7th, representing the forces of nature, weighing in at 239 pounds, huge Maine.
And here comes the Tree Boy. So the forces of nature getting an opportunity for the tag titles. This is going to be huge. So Huge Maine, the 7th entrant in this showcase match, and that means Apex is next. The question is, which member of Apex will it be?
And introducing 8th, representing Apex, weighing in at 222 pounds, the Crimson Phoenix.
So the Crimson Phoenix is going to represent Apex in this tag team showcase. And you know that Crimson Phoenix would love to get off the schneid on a bit of a losing streak lately. Wasn't able to defeat Scott E. Stevens, wasn't at Breakdown 5, but a huge opportunity to put Apex in contention for the tag team titles. We're also going to get the bad CG Ghost and Crimson Phoenix in the same match at the same time. This could be crazy. And it's Maine and Phoenix going after each other. Cleaver and Ghost. Suicide Gemini and Druthulu. What a matchup that is. And it's Electroman and the Brazilian Bull Tauro Azul. So a nice kick to the head of Druthulu and a boot to the midsection of Gemini. And look at Cleaver just chucking Ghost across the ring. And if you're not familiar with an 8-man showcase, we will have 7 eliminations. Pinfall or submission is legal anywhere. Oh, and a nice reversal there by Gemini. That Pomano slam reversed into almost like a cross body. Tauro Azul now going after Electroman, putting him down on the canvas, and over the top rope he goes. And now look out here, Cleaver snap-married him back into the ring. Huge Maine picking up Crimson Phoenix. And a shot to the face of the Tree Boy. And a nice headbutt. And a stomp. And look at the power of Druthulu with that front slam. And Gemini roll into the outside, but that will not protect you in this matchup. And Azul back first off the steel steps, being chucked out by the CG Ghost. And now it's Druthulu and Ghost going at it. Big clothesline from Cleaver and a spinning forearm shot to Ghost. The former tag team champion would love to get those belts back around the waist of D&D. This would be halfway to accomplishing that mission. And a nice knee to the face from Electroman to the Crimson Phoenix. And now going after Huge Maine. Gotta watch out for that striking prowess of Electroman. And now it's Gemini going after one half of Electro Reality. And it's Ghost on the outside with those knees to the back. Into the cover, trying to eliminate Druthulu. Goodbye.
Druthulu has been eliminated.
So the first elimination goes to Spectre Sonata. And now it's Electroman with a camo clutch on Suicide Gemini. Huge Maine, look out here! Phoenix, down! Phoenix down and Huge Maine is in trouble. Referee distracted. Gemini watching with anticipation. 1, 2, got him!
Huge Maine has been eliminated.
So we are down to 6. Spectre Sonata, Apex, Hell's Kitchen, AAA, the Empire of Terror, and Electro Reality. And now look at this! Submission maneuver, Rings of Saturn! Gemini with Phoenix! Phoenix trying to hang on! And now able to turn it over. And now it's Azul! Oh my goodness! Cleaver's been eliminated by Tauro!
The Cleaver has been eliminated.
And Gemini kicks out at 2. And again, ladies and gentlemen, all these teams still alive. Another showcase match still to come. This is just the first. Oh, look out here! Another! Phoenix down! Into the cover, there's a count of 2. Goodbye, Ghost!
CG Ghost has been eliminated.
And look at Phoenix just knocked over the ref. And we are now down to 4. AAA, Apex, Hell's Kitchen, and Electro Reality. Gonna be time to fall into despair. Maybe the kiss of despair. Tauro says no. What a backbreaker. And now shoving Phoenix to the ground. And look out here. Again, another Phoenix down. The Crimson Phoenix is on a rampage.
1, 2.
Another elimination.
Tauro Azul has been eliminated.
So Apex gets the better of AAA. Crimson Phoenix is not playing around. And a nice flatliner there from Electroman, who's still alive in this matchup. Big right hand, the Electro Punch. And now ducks it. Look out here, DDT. Phoenix saying it might be ball game right now. Dragging them towards the center of the ring. And a drop kick. And here comes Gemini. And look out here. Oh, and there's that nice German suplex to Phoenix. Sweep of the leg. And a kick. And another kick. And a clothesline. And Electroman getting floored. And now into the corner. What a chop. Return to sender. And another boot. Oh, and what has Phoenix got in mind here? Turning around Electroman. What in the world is this? Looking for a neck breaker out of the corner off the second rope. And now Electroman rolling to the outside of the ring. Gemini. Now one-on-one with Phoenix. And now Gemini to the top rope. Looking to punish Phoenix on the outside again. Pinfalls and submissions count anywhere. Oh, what a clothesline! Decapitating Phoenix, and now maybe looking for the kiss of despair. The ham, no reversal. Phoenix reverses. And now back into the ring we go. And now it's Gemini dropping Phoenix on their head. Could this be it? This could be enough to put away Phoenix! Yes!
The Crimson Phoenix has been eliminated.
And we are down to Gemini and Electroman. Electro Reality in Hell's Kitchen. So Gemini puts away Apex, and he looked focused on Crimson Phoenix when he saw that it was just these three. There's a knee to the temple. And another knee to the temple. And a third one. And so Electroman picking up Gemini. What a big right hand! Busting open Gemini, and I don't know if that's going to help or hurt his cause. And now into the camel clutch. Camel clutch on Gemini after busting him open. And Gemini able to break the fingers, so important, and now a sweep of the leg. And look out here! Gemini could do it! The kiss of despair! Kiss of despair on Electroman to send Hell's Kitchen to the qualifier. Yes! Gemini picks up the win!
Here is your winner, Suicide Gemini!
What a win by Gemini! So Hell's Kitchen qualifies. So if Samuel Manatee can win the second showcase match, that'll be all she wrote. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we are going to hear from the winner of the first ever MNW Survivor Series match. We are going to hear from the leader of the cartel, Victor Vicious. Some surprise entrance into that match. We saw that Donkey King was the 5th member of House Caliban, or so we thought. We did not realize that Dr. Caliban himself would not compete, and Dragoon would be the surprise 5th member. And Sandman and Dragoon were fingertips away on multiple occasions from winning that matchup. It came down to Sandman and Victor Vicious. And Victor Vicious read him his last rites, and we are about to hear from that man next.
You know, it doesn't surprise me. I sit here and I look at that last showcase match and I go through all 8 of them teams and I notice there's a couple of teams missing. And who are those teams, you might ask yourself? Well, simple. Do the math. Don't worry, I'll wait. These matches were missing the Mad World and the Cartel. And I wonder why that might be. Is it because the Bone Warriors are scared? You see, when the Time Bandits cheated to win that whole tournament, they knew that the Cartel was their biggest threat. And when given an opportunity to rectify that situation, well, they didn't do it, did they? Nah, they'd rather duck us. They beat the Time Bandits handily, but they can't beat the Cartel. They can't beat Mad World. That's why we're not in this showcase, because they didn't want to pick us. Which doesn't surprise me. It's a smart business. Oh my goodness, folks, it's Caliban! We haven't seen this man on TV in months!
Are you actually going to come out here and talk about fair, Mr. Vicious? Because if I recall, your little orc couldn't keep his hands off of the illegal men for most of that showcase. So, if we're talking about fair, he should have been disqualified, which would have put the odds in House Caliban's favor much earlier in that particular matchup, if we're being consistent.
Hey, look who it is. You know, I didn't ask for the losing squad to come out here and make a big old speech, but it doesn't surprise me that you want to get some screen time. Shouldn't you be, like, preparing for whatever it is you're going to have your boys do next? I mean, the Time Bandits already screwed up their tag title opportunity. None of you guys are singles competitors. What's your creation up to, huh?
You know, it's funny you should mention that. The Creation actually has a match tonight, because unlike you, House Caliban always has plans in motion. Plans upon plans. While you, Victor, live in the moment and can never look past that big nose of yours, I have been scheming for months.
First of all, this nose is a dignified nose. And with those goofy goggles on, I wouldn't be talking about somebody else's personal getup. Gavish? The Cartel made an example out of your House Caliban, thrown together at the last second. We were the well-oiled machine.
Yes, again, funny how you leave out all of the different things that your men did illegally on the outside, while we obeyed the rules. It was a tag team match, after all. 10-man or not. It wasn't Tornado. But again, the rules seem to be only enforced or broken when they disadvantage you.
I don't have to stand here and defend myself to the likes of you. I have an opportunity later tonight for a match of my own. So if you want to see how a real leader gets it done, since you don't know what it's like to step between these ropes outside of Blackwell waxing you in about 10 seconds, maybe you should stop doing so much talking and let your boys handle it.
You see, that's the difference between us, Mr. Vicious. I understand my limitations. I was not constructed to be athletic. I was not bred to be a competitor inside this squared circle, but I am the smartest man in MNW for a reason. So if you believe this is over, Mr. Vicious, check yourself.
No, Caliban, what you need to recognize is you're out here all alone. So you need to check yourself before I wreck you. You got a little bit too much bass in your voice for somebody whose leg isn't even as big as my bicep. Gabish? Get out of my ring. I'm done with you.
But I'm not done with you. I'll tell you what, if you believe that the cartel is so special, why don't you prove that you can actually beat the Time Bandits next week? Why don't you have your Mandalorian and your Orc walk down to this ring and we'll have a rematch of the Deus Pulp Finals that you lost when you interfered and distracted your own team? Or did you forget that part?
You're on, Caliban.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a challenge laid down by Dr. Caliban and accepted by Victor Vicious. Next week, it's going to be the Time Bandits and the Cartel one more time to prove that it wasn't a fluke. And folks, while we have a quick second, that's not all that Caliban had to say. We'd like to hear something that he pre-recorded for the cartel earlier tonight. We're going to hear once again from the good doctor.
Vicious, your cartel won the match. Well done. And in light of that, I have some sage advice. Take the win and move back. Congratulations are in order. Victor Vicious, your cartel won the match. Well done. And in light of that, I have some sage advice for you. Take the win and move on. Celebrate, brag, do whatever, but do not press your luck. Oh, you can certainly continue your campaign against my house if you wish, but as a patient of mine put it, fuck around and find out. Now, on to more important matters. I would like to take this opportunity to officially welcome Donkey Kang to the House of Caliban. This reveal has been a long time coming, and your presence brings a wonderful light note to the house. Also, I believe Thunderbolt and Christopher enjoy playing uncle to your daughter. And finally, Dragoon. I thank you for your assistance, and the matters between us are satisfactorily resolved. And I am glad you have accepted my offer, if only provisionally. If you and Sandman can find a way to work together, I'm sure you will find that this arrangement will be to our mutual benefit. And to the rest of the multiverse, as always, the Doctor is in.
Mess around and find out indeed. I wouldn't want that particular gentleman on my couch, whoever it is. But coming up next, a grudge match. Scotty Stevens goes one-on-one with Labyrs to try to avenge his only loss to Apex. Can he do it? After that big win over Zephyr Tale at Breakdown 5 in that hardcore submission match, we're going to find out. And we're going to find out right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 243 pounds, he is the gentleman of M&W, Scott E. Stevens.
And look what he has back! Look what Scott got his hands on. Are you kidding me? How did Scott get his hands on the hat? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know that the last person to have that hat was Mr. Rabbit, and after being taken out by Kevin Blackwell, I guess Scott got his hands on it.
Introducing his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Satiris Basilicus, weighing in at 452 pounds, Labyrs!
Oh boy, the Minotaur brothers! And it looks like Satiris wants an up-close and personal look at this match. Look at Scott vacating the ring and vacating the area. And we have to consider ourselves lucky that these two were not in that showcase match. Satiris is undefeated and Labyrs has an impressive win-loss record, including a win over Scotty Stevens. And look at him just glaring at the gentleman. And here we go, Stevens and Labyrs squaring off one more time. Labyrs able to reverse, and a reverse DDT. And ducks underneath and a boot to the midsection, and a shoulder check. And now picking him up, shoving him away. Turns around and a clothesline to Stevens. And Labyrs is coming out of the gates cooking, and that's been the one downfall of Scotty Stevens, the quickness and power of Labyrs, along with the technical savvy. He is a submission expert, but the size of him, the suplexes, have given Scott some trouble. It's a very unique blend of power and speed. And there's an example of one of those suplexes. Nice snap suplex that takes Stevens over. Oh, but a boot to the face. And now taunting him. Look at that boot in between the chin and the horn of Labyrs. And Satiris on the outside. There's a cover and a kick out at one. Alright, coming up later tonight, we expect an answer from both Naja and from the Aristocratic Canid, or at least that's what Nero said. And now lifting up Scott into a backbreaker position and then right off the ribs. And a second one. And now a big right hand, or rather elbow, and picked up at another suplex, taking Stevens over. And a spear right to the gut. The gore to the ribs, and now look at this, trying to slow things down with this rear naked choke. And now shots to the midsection. Grabbing the hair and pulling him backwards. Crafty veteran move. Referee didn't see the hair grab, But Satiris is not happy about it in a rake of the eyes. And look at the power lifting him up. But a little bit too much weight, over 400 pounds. And a knee to the jaw. Boot to the midsection. And a clubbing blow to the back. Again, Labyrs, one of the few members of Apex to have success against Scott E. Stevens. He has gone through Rovolos. He's gone through the Crimson Phoenix, Mizuki Napier, Zephyr Tale at Breakdown 5, and Labyrs now looking for the Icarus lock. This is how he choked him out last time. Stevens in trouble. Stevens in trouble. But throwing those bows to the gut and now the head. And now a side headlock. Going after the arm. Picking him up again. And dropping him face first. Into the cover, and the referee is yelling at Satiris. And Scott doesn't look very happy. And another rake of the eyes. And a shot to the jaw again of Labyrs. Boot to the midsection. And now a DDT! And now Labyrs rolling to the outside. Scott is saying, get back in here. Labyrs obliges. And immediately grabs him and throws him to the mat. And now sent into the corner. And again, another shot into the corner. And again into the corner. And look at the German suplex. Off the rebound. And now picking him up, boot to the midsection. Look out here. The Asterion. Asterion, that butterfly cradle suplex. And Stevens a reversal. Now maybe looking for the Masterclass. Masterclass pulling him away from the ropes. Trying to turn him over, but a block there. Look how quickly he gets out of that. And an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. And these two have been matched up so well, so evenly. Another boot to the midsection. He's going up. And the Icarus lock again. Scott locked in the Icarus lock one more time. Can he roll through it? And he's tapping out, and Labyrs proves to be the kryptonite for Stevens.
Here is your winner, Labyrs!
And these Minotaurs are brutal. So once again, Scott unable to get past one of the Minotaur brothers. And that's got to piss him off. And tweeting out on social media, Zephyr Tale saying, quote, "We're getting the last laugh on this one. We know where that hat's been. Ha 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 ha. Jesus, it hurts to laugh. Can I get a barrel of stout to soak me gills in?" Also tweeting out on social media, the head chef of MNW would like to remind everybody that dinner is served. Tonight we have Brawl of Burgers. We have a large variety tonight. From the classic style American to international styles, 3 international flavors. These international flavors include Katsu fried burgers, an Indian spiced lamb burger, and cheeseburger samosa. And a spicy Thai burger. Come enjoy. We do have fresh made fries for sides as well. And also tweeting out on social media, El Pollo de la Muerte saying, quote, "The last time Apex tried to recruit AAA was just a step too slow and they grew stronger. Don't think AAA is going to sit back and let you take more people. AAA's doors are also open. No threats, no coercion. Come if you want to be more than just Nero's lackey." Oh boy. El Pollo de la Muerte. With some strong words and a counter argument to Nero. Can't say that I disagree. And folks, it's now time to hear from the Interdimensional Champion, Wai Li.
While I do not grab the microphone often, I felt it was important to come out here and praise
the Aristocratic Canid and Brawl Kaiser on their tremendous showing at Breakdown 5. You both showed the true power and grace of warriors, and for that you have earned my respect. But thus the battle rages on. I have been told that a new challenger must rise to challenge for the Interdimensional Championship. And so I have arranged a showcase of talent, the winner of which may be the next to compete for this belt. However, unlike many champions in the multiverse, I will be competing in this showcase. And should you pin my shoulders to the mat or make me submit, you will have proven yourself a worthy challenger. But even a victory in that match will do much the same. I will always be a fighting champion. Regardless of if the belt is on the line or not, I will not handicap my challenger. I too shall compete, and the best man, woman, or creature will emerge victorious. But rest assured, this championship is going nowhere, for no one else is better equipped to protect the multiverse than I. And to all those who believe they can invade, whether it be from another federation or from another multiverse entirely, this belt will be defended everywhere and always, but the result will remain the same. The Dragonborn reigns supreme.
Wai Li laying down the law, and it appears later tonight a showcase for potential contenders for his belt, and Wai Li is going to compete in that match. And tweeting out on social media, Theron Eldrazi saying, quote, "Hey, you fuzzy bastards, you want a real fight? A real challenge to risk your undefeated streak? Bring your ass to an MNW pay-per-view. The Outlaws aren't booked, you aren't booked. Let's have a tussle. Play for blood." Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It seems Theron Eldrazi and none other than his partner, CJR Killer, are looking for a fight. And I'm being told that that Interdimensional Showcase match is next. Now, I'm being told that this will be a 6-man match, single fall to a finish. So not a traditional showcase, more a showcase of skills. But while we have a quick moment, we'd like to hear from one of the men that competed at Breakdown 5, a man who maybe, very well, could compete in this match, and a man who took death to its limits. We're about to hear from Johan Mjoln.
So, you look like you had fun tonight.
Oh, my love, my muse, my only one, my everything. That was everything I had wanted and more. I had not had that much fun in a match in a long time. I know you felt the exact same. What's with the face? What do you mean, what?
No, I did not. Still kind of have to say.
Babe, you took out like half of them.
But I got beat by a cat.
A cat that is the face of the RIW Women's Division and a multiple-time world champion.
It's okay. But I'm glad that you had fun.
Oh, sweetheart, our rematches are going to be that much more sweeter. We have to train, fight better, hit harder. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Then, my love, let's go have some fun next week.
You want to talk about power couples at MNW? I'm just saying, Nero and Mizuki might have some heat and some challengers. Speaking of challengers, who will challenge the Dragonborn in this upcoming 6-man match? Let's find out next. And tweeting out on social media, Zephyr Tale saying, quote, such a brave and honorable showing for a worm. That is why the interdimensional title is wasted on you. Whoever stands in my way of getting that belt and back out into the open void had best be ready to pay the devil.
The following contest is a 6-man match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 255 pounds, he is the interdimensional champion, the Dragonborn.
So Wai Li not only coming out for this matchup, but coming out first. A fighting champion and a champion who wants no advantages. He went through a grueling match with Aristocratic Canid, who we hope to hear from later tonight about that offer from Apex and maybe a comment on being tapped out by Wai Li twice. As well as Kaiser, who was not pinned or submitted in that match. So there will be 5 challengers in this matchup. Wai Li saying he wants to see what the multiverse of Flashbang can offer him, as well as being prepared for any other federation or multiverse that might invade. Can any of these 5 pin the champion, submit the champion? Or can they escape with a win, or will Wai Li once again prove his superiority? This is going to be a hell of a match.
And introducing next, weighing in at 255 pounds, he is Jack, the Questionable.
So Jack the Questionable, the second man in this 6-man showcase. And could you imagine if Questionable pins Wai Li? And I gotta say, this is a disgusting display, so take you back to Breakdown 5. Bulldog putting Mr. Stick on the line for a chance to win back Shere Khan's mask. He won that match, which means I cannot believe this, but Jack the Questionable has clearly purchased a mask from Zach DeWeaver, and he is still wearing it out here just to be a piece of crap. Who does that? So I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the actual mask of Shere Khan. That is in the possession of Bulldog Grant Martin, who I assume has given it back to Shere Khan. But well done. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for any official MNW merchandise, be sure to check out Zach DeWeaver's store, the official merchant of MNW.
And introducing third, weighing in at 405 pounds, Sheepy!
Beep, beep! So it was Sheepy that helped out Wai Li and Kaiser in that match, and is now getting an opportunity. What a great guy. The Sheeple are out. So we've got Sheepy, Jack the Questionable, and Wai Li has already entered this matchup as the champion.
And introducing next, representing the Empire of Terror, weighing in at 365 pounds, he is the heathen, Johan Mjoln.
So Johan with an opportunity to square off with the Interdimensional champion. Well, business just picked up. And after that showing against Helixux, this is no surprise. Johan looking to get his hands on some gold, and this would go a long way if he could pick up a win in this match to securing some. Also, tweeting out on social media, the Sandman saying, quote, "Who does that? A man who would sell his grandmother for a nickel. That's who Jack is. His greed is the only thing that defines him. I'm not surprised he would do something pathetic like that." So we've got the Heathen, we've got the Sheep, we've got the Mercenary, and we've got the Dragonborn.
And introducing fifth, weighing in at over 400 pounds, from Dr. Caliban's lair, representing House Caliban, the Creation.
Well, we heard Caliban say that he had plans on top of plans, that the Creation had a match, and here it is. Something that has eluded the illustrious resume of the Creation. It hasn't been a lot of wins. He's got those. It hasn't been high-profile matches. He's got those. It has been championship gold. And it seems like the Creation would love to get some. And I've waited a long time to see the Creation and Johan in the same ring. That's going to be incredible. Well, what do you know?
And introducing sixth, representing the Cartel, weighing in at 315 pounds, Victor Vicious.
Well, look at that. They were talking crap about each other. Turns out they're in the same match. I hope they reinforce the ring. We got over 300 pounds of Vicious, Johan over 400 pounds of Sheepy and Creation. I mean, it's not often you say this, but Wai Li is one of the smaller men in this match, coming in around 255. That is not something you see often. Oh, here we go. Right out of the box, it's Vicious going after Johan. Wai Li and Sheepy no longer on the same side. And it's Creation going right after Questionable. And you got to wonder if that's intentional. Thrown over the top rope. There goes the Sheep. Again, only in the ring can you pin or submit someone. This is going to be chaos. Sending over the top rope. There goes Questionable. Also, coming up later tonight, something Victor Vicious failed to mention. He makes good on a promise. The Mad Jester Fool, long before they joined the cartel, had a rivalry with Nidzik Gunkgobbler, which Nidzik came out on top in. And we have received insider information that part of the reason that the cartel was able to get the Mad World on their side was because they promised Jester a match against Nitzig, which will happen here tonight. You thought the cartel was on the same page, and maybe they are, but Nitzig goes one-on-one with the Mad Jester Fool tonight. Payback from months ago. And there's a kick to the midsection. Punch to the face of the creation. Jack trying to hang in there against this mammoth of a man. And look at the double axe handle from Johan to Victor Vicious. And now Wai Li catching a back elbow from Sheepy. And now to the outside, and Jack the Questionable stacked up on Vicious. Going headfirst off the ring post. Creation looking dominant, and so is Johan. And now a nice drop of the backside of the Creation across. Jack the Questionable spine, and now beating the drums of war in the corner. Vicious with a clothesline. And now Creation looking at, oh, look out here. Creation and Johan, and the Wheel of Pain! Wheel of Pain! Wheel of Pain on Johan! This could be bad news, everybody's down! Wheel of Pain on Johan! Can he break the hold? Oh my God, he actually broke it! I can count on one hand the men who have gotten out of that move! And a big right hand. And now look out here. Creation. Going for a right superplex to the outside and Questionable from behind. A former employee of, oh, look out here, Uranagi, and coming to Vicious. A former employee of Victor Vicious, now taking it to the cartel boss. And now to the outside. Telling Vicious to get up. He has concussed people with this knee. Everybody looking to get in there to break it up. 1, 2, and a kick out. And that was almost bad news. And now everybody looking at Questionable. And now it's Questionable going to the top rope. Look out here. Oh, and a big double axe handle. You don't know Jack the Creation. Clothesline to Wai Li. Oh, look out here. Jack trying to win it. 1, 2, and a kick out by Creation. You don't know Jack connected, and everybody was busy. That was sneaky there. What a German suplex out of the taunt. And a sleeper slam from Questionable. Innovative offense from the Merc. And hug it out. Hug it out, broken up by Jack. Jack EQ going to work, sending Sheepy to the outside, telling him to keep talking. And now a right hand from Questionable, sending Creation to the outside. Now it's Johan going after Wai Li. Sent over the top rope. And now 3 men on either side of the ring, a hard cam side and the opposite side. Johan chucking him back in the ring, which is the only place pinfalls or submissions can occur. Wai Li might get caught here into the corner, and oh, the Creation laying Jack across the apron. And now beating the drums of war on the chest of Wai Li. Into the cover. Here comes Creation. And breaks it up with his body. And a clothesline to Johan, sending him to the outside. And now Sheepy in a headlock with Vicious. And a right hand to Vicious. Left hand to Sheepy. Right hand to Sheepy. Wai Li stumbling back to his feet. Creation is brawling with Johan on the outside. Looking for that knee again. Drop toe hold. And look at that. Oh, what a Pele kick by Jack. Knocking out the Interdimensional champion. Creation and Johan still brawling. Clothesline over the top rope. And now it's Jack looking for the payday on the champ. He can pin the champion right here. And look at Wai Li wisely rolling out of the ring. The veteran. And now into the cover, broken up by Vicious. And now looking for the springboard. Nobody home. Vicious didn't even need to move. And that leaves him alone in there with Sheepy, Jack crashing and burning. And here comes the discus clothesline. And now a stomp in the last rights. Last rights. Sheepy's in trouble. Wai Li trying to get in there. And now broken up. And a big right hand to Vicious. And now look at this wheelbarrow into a neck breaker. And now a right hand to Johan. Big back elbow to Creation, and again over the top rope. And again to the outside. These two have been brawling for like the last 5 minutes. Sheepy, Wai Li, and Victor still in the ring. And Sheepy about to exit. And now Vicious looking for the Arrivederci. The champion is up. And down. And now into the cover, but broken up by Jack. And now, look out here! The graveyard smash onto Wai Li! And Vicious rolling to the outside. Creation might have had a pin right there, but Vicious rolled to the outside not to allow it. And now a clothesline. No, knee misses. And a chop to the knee. And now a kick to the gut. And a DDT to the champ, and Wai Li's busted open. And now it's Johan in there alone with the mercenary. And questionable. You know a lot of people will be real pissed off if he pulled out a win. Here comes Sheepy. And again, Sheepy breaking up that attempt at that knee from behind. Nice neck breaker. And now going after the sheep. And a sweep of the leg into the backbreaker, and now a Russian leg sweep. Telling Sheepy to get up. And now Sheepy, kick to the midsection. And looking for this curb stomp right into the canvas. And now Vicious and Jack might actually work together. Sent into the corner. And now backing up for the Vicious clothesline. Into the cover. Look at Jack. Jack, no, wait a second. Jack did. Oh, I thought Jack was going to help Vicious win. He didn't even try to break up the pinfall. And now Wai Li tosses Jack to the outside and Vicious from behind. Down goes Wai Li. And look out here. Ragnarok to Sheepy. Into the cover. Ragnarok to Sheepy, and Johan does it! Vicious was just a second too slow.
Here is your winner, the Heathen, Johan. Mjoln!
Johan sneaking a win against Sheepy while Vicious was busy. Questionable toss to the outside. And the big man from the Empire of Terror has certainly made an impact. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we are going to hear from both Alexis Edmonton and the Fey King, Erlking Wes, and we will kick it off with Miss Edmonton.
Hello, Flashbang. I had intended to give a few people a chewing out today, Some people I know who need a kick in the butt and a good talking to. However, I'm just too damn happy to do that at the moment. You might be asking why. Well, I don't know how many of you caught my interview when I was just starting in Flashbang, so it might not be something you're aware of. I finally fought the one person I listed as my dream match opponent, albeit in a multi-person setting. It's amphibian. I may have lost again, but honestly I don't care. You may rattle what few brain cells I've got left with that knee, but I don't care. It was an honor. I would be honored if you would like to do it again sometime one-on-one. My track record in matches with multiple opponents isn't great, and I would love to see what I could do at my strongest. Anytime, any place, you say the word. And yeah, you lot, you know who you are. Head up out your ears, this isn't over. Not while I'm around. Be seeing you.
Since I'm in such a joyous mood, perhaps a flashback from the past. Greetings and salutations, Flashbang. You already know who I am, and you already know why I'm out here, don't you? Once again, I have proven that the chocolate zombie is nothing but a bunch of hype. I have proven that the Empire of Terror is as strong and united as ever before. But that brings me to somebody in particular that I would like to address, and that would be you, Death. Now that I have dealt with the parasite that is fate, after watching them take loss after loss, Colt, Blackthorn, Graven. They couldn't win if their lives depended on it. Now it's your turn. I believe we've waited long enough for the rematch, and there might not be a title on the line. But this time, the outcome will be different. Oh, and you remember that whole Mask of Hyrule. I'm sure you're very curious as to why he was at Multivania last year. All these answers could be yours, if you're not scared of the answers. Because you see, the first thing you need to do is figure out whose brain was in the real Hyrule. And then you need to ask yourself, where is he? And thirdly, you need to worry about the mask that is still in play upon the face of Dark Lord Popo. And tonight, you'll be able to get an up-close and personal look when you fight him. Enjoy your match!
On your knees, dog.
So it looks like Erlking, using his influence with the brass, to schedule a matchup. I'm being told a tag team match coming up next, folks. The Grim Reaper and Dark Lord Popo go 2-on-2 with Ramund and Helix, and that match is next. Well, while we have a quick moment and we're talking about tag teams, let's hear from one of the top tag teams on Flashbang. It's Vaporwave.
Well, unfortunately, we came up a bit short. The Bone Warriors will go on to do what they do best, and that's hide away and do absolutely nothing for 6 more months, while not defending their titles or even wrestling at all. That being said, Vaporwave still has a bright future ahead. We may not be champs now, but if we can earn the #1 contendership twice in 2 weeks before, we can do it again. That being said, our path is uncertain. We are free to do as we please, whether that's helping Scott put Apex back in its place, beat up Graven some more, or get involved in bigger things. That's uncertain, but we are up for anything. Lord knows I've got a few people left to deal with on my end alone. Anyway, I'm Apollo Hades, and as if you really need the reminder, I'm hotter than you. Also, be sure to check out my book, 101 Ways I'm Hotter Than You. The first 100 customers get the book signed, and if you aren't one of the lucky few, just run into me somewhere and I'll sign your copy.
And I understand that all MNW employees are getting free copies of the book, right? Right, Apollo? Your old boy Eric needs a copy because, you know, I'm low on toilet paper. Anyway, tag team action is next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 1,266 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by Simon the Psycho and Erlking Wes, the team of the Grim Reaper and the Dark Lord Popo, the Empire of Terror.
And of course, you're seeing Simon the Psycho, the man who defeated Jagger Blackthorn in a tremendous match in the middle of the Tokyo Dome. It was a back-and-forth contest, Simon surviving multiple God Slayer strikes. He survived the Hunter's Mark, the Wave Buster kick. Everything that Jagger threw at him, he survived it. And now once again, happily in the corner of the Empire, and back to his normal form. Still as creepy as ever.
And introducing their opponents, at a combined weight of 1,362 pounds, the team of Death itself, Helix, and Ramund.
There is a chill in the air as these two make their way down to the ring, and sometimes you just gotta sit back and admire it. So here's the interesting thing about these two. It was Helix and Ramund, the original founding members of the New Four Horsemen. Ramund at one time was part of the New Four Horsemen when they were on Flashbang for a short time with Pestilence Demon Grizzly Adams, and it later turned out Dr. Grimm, who replaced Helix after he left when the team was on Warzone. And now these two once again find each other as partners in crime, united against the Empire. And Erlking saying it is now time to settle the score with Helix. He referenced no belt being on the line. That's because the last time Erlking and Helix went one-on-one, it was for the MNW heavyweight title. And it was Helix that won that matchup. And Erlking hasn't sniffed a title opportunity since. And starting it off, it's the Grim Reaper and Ramund who have had a little bit of a series going back and forth. Each man winning a couple of matches. And now squared off with their tag team partners in the corner. Looking for a bear hug there, but immediately broken out of it. These elbows to the temple by Ramund. It was Erlking Wes that pulled out the punchline, Ramund's move against Graven at Breakdown 5. That tremendous reversal was able to secure him the win. He was able to reverse the Seek and Destroy into his Wrath of the Goblin King, and now he watches on as Helix does battle with two of his Empire cronies. And now tweeting out on social media, I guess this is Maximilian Thunderthigh saying, man, this Empire crew is such a big hit in the Flashbang forums. All of them must have been on Broadway. Oh, what a boot and a side slam. And now diving and tagging Popo. And here we go. This is what Helix wants. The Mask of Hyrule. He thought he had eliminated this threat. But it only moves shows. And now back into the corner. Big spear from Helix. Meanwhile, Maximilian goes on to say, man, this Empire crew is such a big hit on the Flashbang forums. All of them must have been on Broadway. Butchers for how much ham their leader gives off. Hashtag nominate Erlking for Emmy. And now picking up Popo and walking him out of the corner. Big backbreaker to Helix. Or from Helix, rather. And now marching him around in a second one. Also, did anybody else see that vulture that just flashed up on the Titantron? Am I crazy? Is that just me? Also, I'm getting real sick of the tarot card. Am I the only one seeing this stuff while this match is going on? It says, are you a good person? I don't know. That's not really for me to decide. Are you afraid of the black heart within? I'm not look, I'm not looking at the Titantron anymore. We've got a great match in the ring that I'm going to pay attention to. Not the flickering static on the Titantron. And now going after the arm of Helixux. And now dropping a neck breaker. The back of his spine crashing against the knee of Popo. Tag to the Reaper. Big elbow to the sternum. And I'm receiving word that OmniGeek has also confirmed that that did happen, so that makes me feel better. I don't know how many investigations OmniGeek can handle, but we are expected to hear from him later tonight with an update about the whole situation regarding the attacker of Nero Napier. Also, Tiki. Oh, well, wait a second. Camel clutch! Camel clutch! Trying to pull back on him. Sweep of the leg. And now turning him around. Big clothesline. Inside outs him. And now stomping into the back with those elbows. And now look out here, looking for the choke slam on Helix. Into the cover. 1, 2. And Helix gets the shoulder up. And now a smack to the back of the head. Speaking of Simon the Psycho, we also understand... Oh, there it is, the Dark Lord Slam! Dark Lord Slam on Helix! Ramund telling him to kick out! Count of 2 and a kick out! There it is. Death refusing to die. We understand Jagger Blackthorn is not even in the arena tonight. We have not heard heads or tail of him since that match with Simon. We don't even know if he's back in this multiverse. We heard rumblings of strange happenings during that match, though I went back and watched the tape. I didn't see anything weird. And look out here, Death's Door being brought to the Grim Reaper. Being rocked towards it with this cradle to the grave. Cradle to the grave on the Grim Reaper. Nowhere to go. But able to break his arms free and turn over. And now trying to kick Helix away and does. And now sent into the corner. And a big splash there from Reaper. Into the cover. And a kick out at 1. Stomp to the back of the head of Helixux. And now a triangle choke here on Helix. Look at Helix just turn him over. That is not easy to do. The Reaper stands over 7 feet tall. And look out here. And now another cradle to the grave. Helix in this seated position. But look at Reaper break free of it now. And now busting open death underneath that mask. And I don't know if that's a wise idea. And now looking for the choke slam. Helix going for the ride. And look, how the hell did Helix just sit up after that? And now a tag made to Ramund. Helix is an absolute monster, and we saw that on display at Breakdown 5 against Johan Mjoln. An over 20-minute match with the Heathen. And after coming out of that match, we saw Johan victorious earlier tonight in that 6-man match that included the Interdimensional champion, Wai Li. Ragnarok enough to put down Sheepy. And look out here! Ramund might get buried with this tombstone pile driver. Into the cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Reaper asking himself what the hell he has to do. Erlking pacing. Simon looking on with glee. And now a tag made to Popo. The Dark Lord in with a kick to the gut of Ramund. And remember, these two are former tag team champions, that being Reaper and Popo. Oh, what an uppercut! Went to his knees to avoid the punch and then chopped upwards. And now look at this. The athleticism of Ramund jumping up. And a big European uppercut. Popo and Reaper, the second ever tag team champions. As we mentioned earlier in the night, in the history of Flashbang, they defeated D&D and then lost to the Bone Warriors in Multivania. That's how competitive the tag division has been. 3 tag team title changes in the history of the belts. And now looking for another chokeslam, this time on the Jester. Into the cover.
1, 2.
And a kick out by Ramund. Able to stay alive, and now into this head scissors. And now what's he looking for here? Ducks underneath, and now the Dark Lord slam again, but Ramund blocks it. Ramund scouting it, and he hit it on Helix earlier, but not right now. And a tag made to Reaper. And ducks the big boot. And now looking for that overhead belly-to-belly, but catches a headbutt. And now a Northern Light suplex into the bridge. Center of the ring. Count of 2 and a kick out. And now it could be time for the punchline. Popo is out cold. Ramund. No, blocked this time by Reaper. And a what an elbow. And a clothesline from hell. And now sent into the turnbuckle. What in the world does he have in mind? Snake Eyes! And now up over the top. And back into the ring. And will this be enough? Ramund is taking a lot of damage, but a kick out at only 1. You know, at this point, Helix would love to get back in here. And now a choke slam. Ramund might be going for a ride as well. Center of the ring. And now Reaper tagging out to Popo. He looks gassed. Popo wanted to get his hands on Ramund. And now Helix, oh, he wanted to tag it. Popo cut him off. Knee to the face. And now looking for the punchline again, but this time on Popo. Will it be more effective the second time? Yo, no, he blocked it again. And now into the Dark Lord. Slam. Popo to the cover. 1, 2, and he got him. Popo with the win. What a win by Popo, the man that Helix has wanted to get his hands on.
Here are your winners, the team of the Grim Reaper and Dark Lord Popo, the Empire of Terror.
I think you saw Helix helping Ramund exit the ring, but next week, Helix is going to get his hands on Popo, but Popo's sending an early message. And tweeting it on social media, Simon the Psycho saying, quote, "Do not think we did not hear you, Eric. We assure you, Jagger's disappearance is not by our hand. Perhaps he is afraid to face the truth of our words. We never did hear a denial of our accusations. After all, certain parties have been insistent in their questions, and we have told them that what our eyes have seen." I don't know what that means, but I also don't know how you heard me. I don't broadcast from down by the ring. What kind of ears are those? Please just keep walking up the ramp. Woo. Folks, we're just gonna move on. Apparently the Aristocratic Canid is ready to give their answer. And now it would seem that everything that I have prophesied has come true. You see, I said that the Aristocratic Canid services were in high demand. And now you have the proof of it. Nero starting the show off with an invitation to me. It's about time, to be perfectly honest. I figured this day would come, and I knew Breakdown 5, with the reveal of what I really am, it would absolutely draw the attention of both Apex and AAA. Forever locked in a never-ending war. It does sound boring, does it not? But it was not only I that was offered an invitation. You also offered an invitation to that backyard wrestling domesticated feline known as Naja. Her first night, and already an offer has been thrown out. Interesting that you would wait so long for me and yet not for her. Well, Nero, that notwithstanding, I have made my decision. And considering what you've done for many on the roster with your two... Well, now hang on just a second. I don't think El Pollo's going to let Aristocratic Canid make a decision just yet. Before you make a decision, I thought I should come out here and have a word with you, Aristocratic Canid, because I have noticed that there is a pattern of behavior that Nero seems to do around creatures like you. So, before you say yes or no, perhaps you should look at the track record of the people he has helped in recent months. It's not as impressive as you might think. I'm sorry, I don't believe I requested to have anyone come out here. Interesting. So now I'm being interrupted, and I'm being looked over for someone like Naja. It seems that you and Nero don't understand who you're dealing with. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so foolish as to step out here in the middle of what I was saying. You misunderstand Aristocratic, Canid. I am not out here to convince you one way or the other. In my opinion, if you were to make up your mind and do neither of these things, I would be happy. This is not a pitch from me. It is a warning about Apex. Tell me, you've seen the Crimson Phoenix. Are they better off with Nero? I am well aware of the Crimson Phoenix and of Zephyr Tale and what he has done for their careers. You seem to forget that the Crimson Phoenix was not utilized before Nero brought them into Apex. Zephyr Tale didn't win a match until he was under the tutelage of Nero Napier. Or maybe you're forgetting those particular tidbits. Yes, and now the Crimson Phoenix is used as fodder to keep people away from Nero. Likewise with Zephyr Tale, yes, he has won a couple of matches, but he is nowhere near where he could be if he was not held down by Nero. He uses people. That is all he has ever done. From Blight all the way to Crimson, all he has ever done is use people. And you don't use people, really. You just took Toro off the street when Scott E. Stevens kicked him to the curb. The Slamphibian looked very good in their debut match, and you took them in. Or better yet, they took you in, because nobody cared about you until AAA happened. Same with Demo. You're all the same. Different sides of the same coin. This may be true, but the difference is I have the free will to do as I please. Slamphibian, Demo, Toro, they have never told me what to do. When I went for the world title, they were happier than anyone. Tell me, if Crimson Phoenix were to go for the World Heavyweight Championship, you think Nero would give him his blessing? No. You know what, El Pollo? You believe that you're right, that Nero can't do anything for me? Well, I'll tell you what, how about you prove it? Wai Li tried to convince Crimson Phoenix not to join, and Crimson Phoenix whipped their ass. Do you think you can beat me, El Pollo, and prove that you have something to show me? If this is what you require to have your eyes open, then so be it. I am happy. You forget, I was not only breakdown 5 card. It has been a while since I have stepped between these ropes, and I would be more than happy to show you that it is not Nero that makes you great. It is what is inside here. Your heart that makes you great.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Crimson Phoenix and Zephyr Tale are examples of what Nero has done for people, but the Aristocratic Canid not able to give an answer, interrupted by El Pollo de la Muerte. So next week, El Pollo saying, I'll show you what it's about. The Aristocratic Canid challenging the Chicken of Death. And that match is going to happen next week. And folks, coming up next, the grudge match. It has been months since Nidzig and Mad Jester Fool have stepped inside a ring. This grudge match is the whole reason apparently the Mad World is helping out the cartel. Jester gets their match against the Orc next. And folks, you're not going to want to go anywhere. We still have another 8-man showcase match, the other half of that tag team showcase. 8 teams, half of their teams have already competed. Half of their members have already competed, I should say. The other half compete later tonight in our main event. An open challenge to the Flashbang roster. Who wants a piece of Nero Napier for that belt? A #1 contendership match coming up as your main event. following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the cartel, weighing in at 422 pounds, Nitzig Gunk Gobbler.
So this is a very strange match. Jester apparently wants to even up the score against Nitzig and was willing to join the cartel just to get a one-on-one match with this orc. And some of you might be wondering, why the scissors? Well, have you ever seen an orc without a chopper? No, I didn't think so. And if you did, they probably had a shooter. One thing's for sure, he's bringing all the DACA.
And introducing his opponent, representing the Mad World and the cartel, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Mad Jester Fool!
This is a strange individual if I have ever seen one. I don't know if it's a skeleton or if it's just a skull face. But the Mad Jester Fool is not to be trifled with. A member of the winning team both of these competitors were at Breakdown 5 in that Survivor Series match. And now, just a week later, they find themselves on opposite ends of the ring. You might be thinking to yourself, don't they belong in Spectre Sonata? Well, interesting point. It was MJF and the Madness that had that rivalry with Spectre Sonata a couple of months ago and came up on, oh, look out here, Hurricane Rana! Right out of the bat. And a big clothesline. And now shot into the corner. MJF trying to use that quickness. Look at that somersault kick. And the power of Nitzig now with that snapmare. And now dropping the booty. Booty shots to the face. Oh! And look at Nitzig just taunting. He doesn't seem to have any problem tossing around MJF. A teammate at Breakdown 5. A foe here on Flashbang. Shot into the corner, MJF. Big step-up kick again. And again a reversal. Back into the corner. And now look at the power. Look at the strength of Nitzig. Gunk Gobbler with a military press. And tweeting out on social media, Naja saying, quote, "There's one thing I became known back at RIW that when you piss me off, I will make an example out of you. And I just realized I haven't had a taste of fox meat in a while. Quite the dilemma." Oh boy. And a right hand. And a slap to the face. Big shot to the gut. And now tossed to the outside. Where is Nitzig going? Nitzig with a spear through the ropes! Gunk Gobbler on the offensive. Jester trying to get back in the ring. And now look at this. Nitzig says, "No, where do you think you're going?" And a big uppercut. And now an uppercut again and just brutalizing MJF. And now bouncing their head off the side of the apron.
6.
Big back elbow, and again MJF back in the ring.
7.
And now laughing at Nidzig. I don't know if that's smart. Why? Nidzig just standing there. I don't think Nidzig wants any part of this match. And finally, Nidzig back into the ring and now going after MJF. And now sending off the ropes. MJF looking for the clothesline, runs through it. And a big pounce right into the ropes. And now into the cover. MJF in trouble and a kick out. And now, oh, what a kick. You could hear that echo throughout this arena. And there's a clothesline. And now what is he? Oh, and a drop kick to the face of MJF. And another drop kick to the face. And a right hand. And now looking for this big reverse DDT. Elevated reverse DDT, but going right for the legs. And now sending off the ropes. Look out here. Look at the athleticism of the Jingle Bones. Into the cover off the Jangle. And a kick out by Nidzig. I can't believe those are words that I just said. And now just slapping him every which way. Now sending into the corner. Oh, what a shot to the chest. What happens when you run into an orc of that size? And now right hands. MJF trying to get back in the ring. Nidzig now. Oh, and punch to the outside. And look at MJF playing mind games with the orc. I don't know if it's wise to taunt Nidzig like that.
5.
And Nidzig having some trouble getting back to his feet.
6.
And now back into the ring. And now a side headlock. Pushed away. Oh, look out here. Backbreaker. Russian leg sweep. And now head into the top rope. What does Mad Jester Fool have in mind? Big splash off the top into the cover. 1, 2, go! The kick out. Fingertips away from beating Nidzig. Drop kick. Not happening. Turned around. STF! STF locked in with those chains around the neck. Nowhere to go for MJF. The Jester trying to break this hold and manages to do it. And now nearly rolled them up into a small package, but a little bit too big. And now look out here. Nice hip toss. Into the cover. 2 and a kick out at 2. I believe that was called the Whispering Laughter. And now into the corner. Nobody home for the drop kick. Into the cover. And again a kick out. What a match this has been. And now a boot to the midsection. And a leg drop across the arm. And now look out here again with the Whispering Laughter. And dancing right through it. Into the cover again. Will this be enough? MJF! No! The Jester pulling out all the stops. And now, from behind, it could be time for the bombshell cards. Rolls through. DDT. Into the cover, the bombshell cards connects. 1, 2. No! Nitzig again. And MJF is throwing a temper tantrum. They thought they had it. Big shoulder check. And now a big right hand. Look out here. Up and down again. Another Daka Dropper. 1, 2. No! How in the world are they doing this? That's gotta be 3. And now looking for another Daka Dropper. And there it is, Daka Dropper into the. If this is not enough, may Lord have mercy. What is happening? What is happening? And now Nitzig is throwing a temper tantrum. MJF refuses to die. Nitzig refuses to die. Somebody should let these two know that Breakdown 5 was last Friday. This is a pay-per-view worthy matchup. Sweep to the leg by Mad Jester Fool. And now pulling him towards the ropes. That sneaky devil into the cover. And a kick out of 2. And now sent towards the rope. Down goes the ref. Drop kick misses. And now Dragon, the Jester. Oh, that's 400 pounds across the sternum. And now a kick. Will this be enough? And a kick out. And Nitzig can't believe that either. Nitzig saying it's my time. Oh, no! There's the booty drop. Booty drop on MJF, and again! Again! Mad Jester Fool is possessed! He's kicked out of 2 Daka droppers! The Orc drop! What is it going to take to the top rope? Leg drop! Dropping the leg across Nitzig! Looking for another bombshell cards! The roll through! The double underhook DDT! Into the cover! Mad Jester Fool! Here is your winner, the Mad Jester Fool! Revenge is a sweet, sweet dish, best served cold. It's taken months to get their match, but MJF made it count. What a match! And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we are going to hear from the Omni Geek, but before we do that, we got to hear from a man who was victorious at Breakdown 5. We are going to hear from the Bulldog Grand Martin and DeLuna, who was by his side the entire time, cutting off Red Star Roman and allowing Bulldog to choke out Kevin Blackwell.
Look, either way, I say this calls for celebration, man. Alright, tell you what, we're gonna meet over at Omega Club, we're gonna... Hey, Con, I'll call you back. Hey, DeLuna, you alright, man?
Oh, hey, Bulldog. Yeah, sorry, I just have a lot on my mind. Hey, congratulations on the win, man. I didn't get a chance to say good job on Friday.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, that was our win, All right, man. I gotta tell you, getting Kevin Blackwell in the middle of the ring with the choke chain, oh, it felt so good. I didn't want to stop, man. I just wanted to pop that damn helmet off. But oh man.
I mean, you gotta leave some for me, right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Here I am celebrating, getting the mask back, and I'm sorry.
No, it's cause for celebration, man. Like you did right, and that gives him less power. That's the good thing.
Hey, listen, man. We may have started down this road differently. We're gonna end it together. Alright, you stood by me through this whole thing. I've got your back in this. However long, whatever it's gonna take, we will get back your dad's mask. Alright? Deluna 12 will get his honor back. I promise you that.
I appreciate that.
Look, in the meantime, you look like you need some cheering up. Me and Connor are gonna go drop over by Mega Club, kick back a few, celebrate. Why don't you come along?
Yeah, I'll meet you over there. I got someone I need to talk to first.
Alright, man. Don't take too long. Alright?
Alright, see you over there, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to thank the brass for giving me this opportunity to come out here. I've been hard at work. There's a lot of footage to go over. We've been doing everything that we can to try to decipher, well, basically a giant black screen of video. And we're still working on that. That's not really the update that I've come here with. The update that I've come here with is that there's been another attack, and we don't know by who, but we're assuming that they are related. There are a lot of similarities. The problem is this one is more vicious than the last. And therefore, I'm going to need a couple of you to explain where you were during Breakdown 5. It seems that Blight Howless has been attacked. We don't know when, and we don't know where, and we don't know why, but we believe it would happen during Breakdown 5, though that cannot be confirmed. So I have to act under the assumption that this happened quite some time ago, because we haven't seen him in a very, very long time. So I'm not convinced that's the timeline. So I need to know where the following people were on every Flashbang for the last few months. Scott E. Stevens and Jagger Blackthorn. I need statements from both of you, because right now, you two are my prime suspects. I also need a statement from Erlking Wes, and you might ask why. Well, it's quite simple. It's because of what happened to Blight Howless, something that has disrupted his lycanthropy. It's something very few people could do. Someone poisoned him. Ladies and gentlemen, the whodunit continues. Blight Howless has been poisoned. I mean, that explains where he's been for months. We haven't seen him since Wai Li defeated him in Multivania. I mean, this could have happened at any point between then and there. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, an 8-man showcase match. We already know the teams. Now it's time to see the rest of the competitors. Electro Reality, the Forces of Nature. Spectre Sonata, the Abyssal Void. Apex, AAA, Dungeons & Destiny, and the team that won the first showcase, Hell's Kitchen. The rules are simple. It's like a normal 8-man showcase match. 7 eliminations by pinfall or submission. If one of these other 7 teams can win, they will face Hell's Kitchen next week in a #1 contendership match. Tag team #1 contendership match. If Samuel Manatee can win, not only will they skip that qualifying match and automatically get a title shot, they will also pick the stipulation. And that match is right now.
The following contest is an 8-man showcase match. On his way to the ring, weighing in at 252 pounds, representing Electro Reality, the VR Junkie.
And tweeting out on social media, Scott E. Stevens saying, quote, Labyrs, you and Satiris are among the most powerful and intimidating members of the Flashbang roster, so why is it that you still follow Nero Napier? You clearly don't need him. Frankly, it should be you two in the hunt for the tag team championships, so why aren't you? Ponder that.
And introducing second, weighing in at over 500 pounds, representing the Forces of Nature from under a rock, Big Rock.
And if there's ever been a favorite in a showcase match, it is this man. With 4 showcase victories under his belt, he is the all-time leader in that statistic. This has become his kind of match. And tweeting out on social media, Zephyr Tale saying, quote, come into the ring, Chicken Little, and I'll show you how held back I am. Also at Aristocratic Canid, Nero gave her the offer, so quit it, because she's a badass, and you're a posh sheep in a fox's jammies. Woo, boy. And tweeting out on social media also is Zephyr Tale saying, quote, brace up yards and weigh anchor, lads. The hunt begins.
And introducing third, representing Spectre Sonata, weighing in at 247 pounds, Punk Master Ghost.
Here comes the PM Ghost, baseball bat and all. Also, Big Rock tweeting out on social media, don't worry, I'm really good at these when I win. So the PM goes to the representative of Spectre Sonata. If you've been paying attention, we've already had 8 members of these 8 teams, these are the remaining ones with an opportunity to move on to that qualifying matchup, or for Hell's Kitchen, an opportunity to advance to a title match. Big, big stakes. And speak of the devil, here's the man that can do it.
And introducing fourth, representing Hell's Kitchen, weighing in at 262 pounds, he is the head chef of MNW, Samuel Manatee.
If Manatee can win this match, they get a title opportunity. Manatee no stranger to these kinds of matches, and neither was Gemini, who picked up the win earlier. So, folks, half the competitors already down here, half still to come. The real mystery will be who will represent Apex. They obviously have a lot of people to choose from. Will it be Revolos? Will it be Mizuki? Will it be Zephyr Tale, perhaps? Satirus? Nero himself? Lots of opportunities for people in Apex in this particular matchup. And no real way for anybody to scout, even after having seen Crimson earlier in the night, who had a heck of a performance, multiple eliminations, but unable to pull it out. They still have an opportunity. All these teams still alive.
Uh-oh. And introducing fifth, weighing in at 425 pounds, representing the Empire of Terror, Lord
Well, things just got weird. Lord V on his way to the ring, the other half of the Abyssal Void. And the VR Junkie tweeting out on social media just the 2 words, square up. They are very, very focused. I mean, again, as I mentioned with the Cleaver, the Abyssal Void has got to be one of the heavy favorites. Remember, it was Lord V that got the pinfall over Sir McCheese to end the Republic's reign on Flashbang and send them back to Warzone, a broken organization. That was Lord V.
And introducing sixth, representing AAA, weighing in at 210 pounds, Demolition Foxx!
AAA with an opportunity to get involved in the tag team title picture. Here comes Demo. And folks, you're not going to want to go anywhere. Our main event's still to come. An open invitation from Nero Napier for anybody who has not challenged for his title. So as Demo dances their way towards the ring, AAA involved in this matchup. We're still waiting to see who Apex sends down. Will we get our answer next?
And introducing next, representing Apex, weighing in at 212 pounds, he is the Sunken Sea Captain, Zephyr Tale!
And tweeting out on social media, Michael Macabre saying, quote, an open invite, maybe next time, Lizard, I have more issues to deal with than you. Zephyr apparently was already knowledgeable about him being involved in this matchup, tweeting out, it's go time. And what a fight he put on against Scotty Stevens. People left him for dead, no pun intended. Scotty Stevens, the submission specialist, but Zephyr refusing to tap out. He got out of multiple master classes. It took $1 million dream to finally make him pass out. He survived the Dragon's Clutch, which was Jack Andrews' move when he was still active. It was an incredible sequence to behold, to say the least.
Oh my goodness! And introducing next, representing Dungeons and Destiny, weighing in at 259 pounds, Lord Bareback!
The Ass Man is here! Folks, just sit back and enjoy. So can D&D get back into the title hunt with a big win here? There's your 8, folks. Let's get it on. Squaring off, you see Big Rock and Samuel Manatee. That's not a good early matchup for Manatee. PM Ghost and Demolition Foxx. It's Lord V and the VR Junkie. Virtual Reality meets the Void, and it's Bareback and Zephyr Tale. And there's a clothesline to Zephyr over the top rope. And look at this stump puller by PM Ghost, the submission specialist. And Big Rock going after that arm, trying to neutralize the chef special, that big right hand. Sent up over the top rope. And now trying to beat down on Manatee. And look at Lord V with this vertical suplex, just holding VR Junkie like he weighs nothing. Look at the power of V. One-handed into the ropes. And look at Zephyr. Zephyr looking for the 10 count. And dropping the elbow. 10 elbows to the heart of Bareback. And now back into the ring. And now rolling him over. Bareback in early trouble. And a kick out. And look out here, Demolition Foxx rolling through on PM Ghost. Demo into the cover. And a kick out of the Hail Mary. And Bareback now. The referee's got to get in there and count this. What is he doing? And a kick out. And there's the last resort. Last resort by Demo. Count of 2 and a kick out by Ghost. And the action surged to Zephyr. Tombstone to Big Rock. And Zephyr goes down first.
Zephyr Tale has been eliminated.
The former tag team champion, Lord Bareback, with an elimination. And now look out here, the Void Slam on Big Rock. Lord V looking to eliminate Big Rock early. This would be a huge upset.
1, 2.
And a kick out. Big Rock stays alive. And now off the side of the apron. Demolition Foxx going after PM Ghost. We're down to 7. Zephyr sent to the showers early. Oh, what a slam by Junkie! The VR slam! 1, 2, Manatee's gone!
Samuel Manatee has been eliminated.
So there will be a qualifying match next week. It'll be Hell's Kitchen versus one of these 6 teams. And look at V. Lord V has Big Rock beat. That is like a 7 count and a kick out. So Manatee and Gemini will face one of the teams remaining in this matchup. Will it be the Forces of Nature, the Empire of Terror, Electro Reality AAA, Spectre Sonata, or D&D? And now from behind, V hitting Big Rock right between the shoulder blades. And another shot. And it is rare to see Big Rock get dominated like this, but V has not let Big Rock out of his sights. Look out here, last resort on the Junkie. And now V in trouble, under a rock.
1, 2, 3.
Junkie's gone.
The VR Junkie has been eliminated.
Boot to the midsection, DDT to Big Rock. And a drop kick to Foxx. And looking for the clothesline on V. And sending V to the outside. And now look out here, Rock is getting rocked by 2 men. And a nice takedown by Bareback. The critical strike! The critical strike, that spinning elbow! 1, 2, Ghost is gone!
The PM Ghost has been eliminated.
And down goes the referee! So Spectre Sonata eliminated. Big Rock still in there. He's made it to the final 4, along with Bareback, Demolition Foxx, and Lord V. And now it's V going after Foxx. This could be problems. Looking for the tombstone, inverted variety. And here comes Rock. And again, the referee is still out. V had Foxx pinned. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. And there's a big boot. Shot to the face. Reversal. And shoving V away. And look out here, looking for under. A rock. Into the cover. Lord V is in trouble. V is gone.
Lord V has been eliminated.
We're down to 3. Big Rock, Demo, and Bareback. The two biggest men in this match, they have been fighting the entire time. Big Rock knocks out Lord V. And we mentioned Big Rock is the heavy favorite in this type of matchup. And now Bareback. Bareback maybe looking for the action surge on the outside. He's got him up. Looking for the action surge, and he got him into the cover. What an upset this would be. 2. No! A kick out by Bareback. Or by Big Rock, rather, into the ring. And now Demo going after Bareback. Boot to the midsection. Jawbreaker. And now looking for this neck breaker on Demo. Into the cover. Referee having some problems getting back in the ring. Ref, what are you doing? Count the 3.
2, 3.
And there goes Demo.
Demolition Foxx has been eliminated.
We're down to Big Rock and Bareback. He's got him up. Action surge again. On the outside, Bareback is a man possessed. D&D to advance. 1, 2, 3. The S-Man has done it.
Here is your winner, Lord Bareback.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bareback able to advance, and it will be Dungeons & Destiny, the original tag team champions, the inaugural tag team champions against Hell's Kitchen. The winner gets the Bone Warriors. That happens next week. What a matchup. And folks, it's almost time for our main event, but before we can get there, we have to hear from the Pumpkin King, Mad Jack. Well, here we stand, and I, a sad pumpkin man indeed, but I must say, gentlemen, what a show. Well done to all involved. All we wanted was a little bit of entertainment, and you gave it to us. So thank you. But that being said, I've had an opportunity to look back at what happened during that match, and I am none too pleased. While I give credit to Mike Davis and his goon squad, with the exception of Seth Jackson, I, Justice Jack, felt there was an injustice done to the ending of our epic conflict. The confrontation between Doom and APS was interrupted by a bunch of meme bots. Robots! Interrupting my match? Oh, that won't do. And then, a trio's title opportunity was bestowed upon Spectre Sonata and that other guy. And then, we lost. By us, I mean Flashbang. So I was thinking to myself, if I were to administer justice, as my trademark says I should, if Xerxes and Michael Macabre were to get revenge, how would we do it? Well, we would go to Warzone and terrorize Meme! That would be the obvious thing. Go back to where it all started, to our old stomping grounds. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But alas, that would have to be cleared with the brass. So that leaves me with a bit of a dilemma. So let me just say this to all of you. Malice, the Duck Boy, and Zocco, Father Problems duo. You have chosen the terriblest, worstest, baddest team to decide to do your little prank on. You haven't been watching the show, have you? It doesn't surprise me. You don't even watch your own show. But I can say this much. You and your tag title reign, well, it's doomed.
Oh, well, that's not good. Can you haunt somebody's nightmares if they don't power off? Does mean power off? Do they do a recharge thing? And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, our main event. An open challenge by Nero Napier. Any of the following competitors have an opportunity to win a title shot. A #1 contendership match coming up next, and it is your main event. I don't know what to expect. And while we have a quick moment, we would like to let everybody know that tonight's episode of Friday Night Flashbang is brought to you in part by Lowe's, but why? It is also brought to you by Lasume 01 Craftworks for all of your crafting needs, whether it be a new mantelpiece, Malice, or a brand new outfit, Disputed Future. Make sure to check out Lasume 01 Craftworks for all of your crafting needs. And now, this. The following contest is a #1 contendership match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from New York City, New York, weighing in at 252 pounds, Artemis! The only member of Fate to win their match at Breakdown 5. Artemis would love to get his hands on Nero. What an opportunity for the youngster. Artemis, one hunter's lock away for a date with Nero. Take you back to the 64-man tournament, which happened, I can't believe I'm saying this, over a year ago. The tournament that eventually Ginger Boy won. Artemis was knocked out of that tournament, I believe in the 3rd round, by Nero Napier after he was hypnotized. Or at least that's what we can assume happened. Artemis to this day has no idea, as he said on Firing Line when he was interviewed. But he has not forgotten. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Bulldog, Grant Martin. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at Bulldog go. Bulldog is ready to go. Bulldog is hype. He didn't waste any time. Oh, it's the best boy. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 249 pounds, Brock Kaiser. The man who was not pinned or submitted at Breakdown 5. Kaiser wants Nero.
So Brawl Kaiser, a fan favorite. We understand that this will be a fatal four-way match. So there is one more competitor still to come. 4 men have accepted this challenge. And you're looking at 3 of them. So who is the 4th man? Wait, what?
And introducing 4th, representing the cartel, weighing in at 242 pounds, he is the Mandalorian, Hutch Kale! What? Hutch is going to the ring. The 4th man is Hutch Kale. And he's decked out in full Mando armor. The Mandalorian is ready to go. We wondered what he would be up to with Nidzik taking on Mad Jester Fool. Hutch Kale gets an opportunity at the world title. All he has to do is win this match. And here we go, folks. The Bulldog, the Mandalorian, the Omni Slayer, and the Sentai Hero. Fatal 4-way. The winner gets Nero and a world title opportunity. Here we go. And a nice kick there from Brawl Kaiser Artemis on the outside and a knee to the gut. Hutch Kale going after the Bulldog. And now Bulldog looking for this rich wrist clutch into a chin lock and able to break it. So who do you like, folks? Kick right to the back of Bulldog. And now a fireman's carry there by Bulldog, looking for the kick on the Mando. And look at this. Look at Hutch Kale. Looking for the Bulldog. And now a nice slap to the face. Brawl Kaiser knocking down Artemis. Looking for the kick. Bulldog misses. Hutch able to dodge. And now big clothesline. And now stomping on the elbow of the Bulldog, who had that big win over Kevin Blackwell. And now being picked up by Hutch Kale. And dropped over the top rope. And now a nice shoulder check right into the Bulldog is Hutch Kale. And a big clothesline from Hutch. And now shot into the corner. Big clothesline. And it's Kaiser on the outside. Snapmare, and he has taken it to Artemis. Artemis in a bad way on the outside. Hutch going to the top rope. This could be over quick. And a kick. Oh, and a big elbow. Into the pin to end this early. 2 and a kick out. And now Kaiser sent into the barricade. And now shots to the dome. And now into the cover. Here's Hutch. Looking for a quick pin and a kick out. And Kaiser and Artemis back in the ring now, realizing they can't leave those two unattended. And look out here. Vertical suplex. And now a nice clothesline to Artemis, and down he goes. And a jawbreaker.
And now look out here, Artemis throwing him out. Artemis jumping over Bulldog. Drop kick to Kale. Ducks the clothesline and knees, and here comes Kaiser. And going after Artemis from behind. Bulldog sits him down with a neck breaker. And look at Kaiser. Kaiser's got him. And plants him down. And now knees to the jaw. Hutchkill trying to battle back. Looking for a Hurricane Rana, but got caught with a sit-down powerbomb. And a big forearm there from Bulldog. And now from behind, Russian leg sweep to Kaiser. Bodies are everywhere. And that leaves us with Kaiser and Artemis. So, folks, who do you like in this matchup as we progress? Kaiser, Martin, Artemis, Kale, and a boot right to Kaiser's dome. And looking for another one. That's not going to work a second time. Turns him over. Ankle lock by Kaiser. Kaiser's got the ankle lock and broken up by Kale. Off that springboard maneuver. And a boot to the midsection of Bulldog. Clothesline caught him and feet to the face. Oh, and Bulldog just kicked the ref. Bulldog just booted the ref in the head. Oh, and a knee to the face of Kale. And a DDT to Artemis, who's bleeding. And look at Kale hung up in the ropes. And now a boot to the midsection. Kale trying to push him away. Boot to the midsection. And there's a nice atomic drop. And here comes Kaiser. Kaiser with a DDT to Bulldog. Stomp. Kick. Here comes Artemis. And going right after Kaiser. Bulldog being reversed by Kaiser, turning him around. Might have been looking for the Starbuster. Now Artemis looking for this submission maneuver, broken up by Bulldog, or at least he tried. German. And Kale able to break out of it. And now breaking up the ankle lock by Kaiser the second time he's tried that submission maneuver. Trying some new moves here that we haven't seen recently. What a suplex that was. And now grabbing Kaiser. Kale, oh my God, there it is, super kick. Kale could do it. Bulldog's got to get in there. 1, 2, and Bulldog breaks it up. And now an axe kick right to the head. And now looking for another DDT and into a facebuster. A flatliner-like maneuver. And now focusing on the arm. And now into the corner. Kaiser thrown to the outside. What has Kaiser got in mind? Kaiser going for this DDT. And now a heel hook. Heel hook by Artemis. Artemis, oh, tornado DDT through the bottom rope. Kaiser's got to break up that hold. But Bulldog able to break out of it. And whoa, what a boot to Kaiser. Kale and Kaiser are down. And now look at Artemis just taunting. Bulldog to the top rope. And it looked like he might want to take out everybody, but going after Kale now. And now an Enziguri. Reversal by Artemis. And now a double drop kick to Kaiser. And a leg drop tag team maneuver. Artemis and Bulldog. And now it's down to these two. Artemis with a shoulder breaker. And now Bulldog getting back to his feet. Artemis. Shades of Jagger Blackthorn. Hunter's Mark is reversed. Big kick is reversed. Back and forth we go. And he's going to try for it again. Bulldog, he reversed it last time. But not this time, Hunter's mark! And Kale tried to steal the pin. And look at this. Springboard. Drop kick, nobody home. And a Hurricane Rana into the cover. And broken up by Kaiser. And now Kale heading to the outside. Artemis trying to roll away from this maneuver. Enziguri to Bulldog. Oh, and he missed it! Looking for the target acquired, and he missed it. That was a long way to go. And now Kaiser breaks up that camel clutch. And now Hutch trying to go after Kaiser. Didn't see Artemis coming in. And a DDT. Going after the leg of Kale. And now back into the ring. Bulldog choke chain. Choke chain. Choke chain. Kaiser. Kaiser. And able to get out of it. Brawl Kaiser got to his knees. That was clutch. And now the Hunters dance on Hutch Kale, the Mandalorian, stumbling around. Big right hand. He's gone full Mando for this one. And a drop kick. And again, Bulldog and Artemis trying to work together. And there's the zigzag. Drop kick into the ropes. And now a boot to the midsection. Picking him up. Scoop slam. And a drop kick. And he just falls into the cover. Here comes Kaiser and a kick out. Shot into the corner. Oh, he was looking for something. And now from behind, this could be the Starbuster. Kaiser! Kaiser! Starbuster! Into the cover, Kaiser! Kaiser's gonna do it! Two! No! Kale breaks it up! That was a win, but Kale was all over it. What a kick! And now Kale off the ropes. Oh, and Artemis cut him off! Shoulder check! And now a knee to the face of Artemis, and now it's Kale and Kaiser. Leg drop. I guess you could call these two the underdogs of the match if you really want to go there, but all four men have laid it all on the line. Kaiser with a boot and a DDT. And now look at Super kick this head off. Super kick. Artemis trying to break it up. And a kick out, Kaiser. How the hell did Kaiser kick out at two? I cannot believe what I am watching right now. And here comes the Bulldog. Walking the dog. Bulldog to Artemis. Will this be enough? Kale into the ring. And broken up. And choke chain. Choke chain. Choke chain on Kaiser. Choke chain on Kaiser. And broken up. What is it going to take? And shoving him down. Bulldog, hard Irish whip, and there goes Kaiser to the outside. And now Artemis going after Kale. Bulldog, same idea with Kaiser. Head first off the steel. Kale sent back towards the center of the ring. And now it could be time for the Hunter's lock. This could be bad news. And there it is, Hunter's lock. Hunter's lock on Kale. Artemis to get his revenge. Artemis might get his revenge! Can he tap out? And he is! Kale is tapping out! It's gonna be Artemis versus Nero!
Here is your winner, Artemis!
Artemis gets a world title shot against the man that screwed him out of that tournament the first time. Will he come full circle? First, he gets revenge on the Cleaver. Now, can he do the same to the world champion and hand him his first loss? We're going to find out. But it'll have to be another week because we are out of time, like the Time Bandits. My name is Eric Genericson, and I'll see you next week. Good night!